Hey everyone, and welcome to Scouting the League here on Pro Football Insiders. It's Monday, June 30th, and no, this is not a special episode, but the first in what we will now be a daily show featuring myself and co-host Neil Stratton, laying out all you need to know from the world of football, primarily from a scouting perspective. We will still have our long format Wednesday episodes, but starting on Monday, June 30th, today, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday episodes, we will plan to bring you a quick 10 to 15 minute episode with insight from somewhere in the scouting world, helping you peel back the layers on the misunderstood, often cryptic, always changing, but wildly fascinating world of scouting. Our Friday episodes will also be a lot of fun, where we will take Neil's Inside the League Friday wrap and, for the first time, put it in audio format. You will still need to sign up for that Friday wrap to get the complete meal, but you can whet your appetite and grab the highlights here on Scouting the League. With every episode we produce, we will have something for you if you are in the game of football. For our scouts, perhaps it will be a peek into how other teams are doing things, new trends, or some of those tried and true ways of scouting. For our agents out there, a leg up on the best way to operate in the world of scouting. For personnel directors and coaches, insight from that scouting side. And for everyone else, a true look at the underappreciated role that scouts play in building a team. And that is what we will discuss today: why scouts matter. But before we get to that, as we continue into this new realm of daily podcast, make sure you are liking, subscribing, and sharing this podcast wherever you are listening. At Inside the League on X is where you can find Neil. At RightStepADV is where you can find me. All long format episodes, as well as many of our other daily shows, will be up on YouTube. You can find that at Scouting the League. And make sure you check out ProFootballInsiders.com, our home for this podcast, as well as give them a follow. On X, they are at pro_FB_insiders. So, the question today: why do scouts matter? It is a question that has come up more and more as Neil and I have talked to people in the analytics, decision-making, personnel, really every other field of scouting that we have had on Scouting the League. Why do scouts matter? And within that question, what is the future role of those scouts? The resounding message with every person that we've had on is, yes, scouts are essential. Franchise have called them the lifeblood of the organization, but then they turn around and refuse to pay them as such, or even close to as such, even though there is no salary cap for the personnel department. They do a job that can be hard to explain, hard to teach, and hard to develop. Scouts rarely get the credit they deserve, and credit to scouts can be really hard to divvy up. We will acknowledge that. A scout could theoretically write 300 plus reports in the fall, spending so much time away from home, not having a single player you evaluated ultimately get drafted to your roster. Trust me, I have been there. You could absolutely nail a prospect, never know, because they have never gotten a chance on your team. Scouts are often overlooked, overworked, underappreciated, and underpaid, all while the team says they are doing all they can to put the best team they can on the field. Yes, when you look at the way a scouting department is constructed, it would be hard to argue at many turns that the construction of a scouting staff is being put together in that same way. Often it's alma maters, last names, diversity quotas, check boxes, so many reasons that have nothing to do with job performance. Those things dictate job placement and job promotion. Yet, we are told scouts are essential. They're the lifeblood. They're so important to us winning, but, they never seem to quite be a front burner concern for many of these franchises. While I am doing a number of things within the scouting community to try and alleviate that, scouts, go check out thescoutingcommunity.com. NFL teams, more specifically GMs that wield the authority to make a difference, must recognize that scouts are not just plug and play pieces. It takes time to develop sources. It takes time to figure out how a college visit works. It takes a certain personality to read a room when you're getting information. It takes certain stamina to make it through a fall road season or to make it through an in-season schedule on the pro side. It takes anticipation. It takes critical thinking skills, reading between the lines, what is being said without really being said, understanding when and when not to ask a question. It takes turning over the right stones at the right times and so much more to be a good scout. Good scouts make up good teams. Good teams end up with good rosters. Scouts matter, even with the data, even with player tracking, analytics, AI. Scouts must be on the road gathering information and evaluating prospects. Analytics, data models, and AI is only as good as the information input. Bad input from bad scouts will lead to poor decision making. Scouts matter. If you are a fan, if you love ball, you love your team, I would say it's time for you to ask your questions. Is my GM, my team, my owner putting all the right pieces in place to win? Are we cutting corners with our scouting staff? Am I as ecstatic about a new personnel hire, a new scout hire, as I am maybe an assistant coach hire? Ask yourself those questions. Scouts, is your GM, your directors, your DPPs, are they going to bat for you? There is a time for analytics, a time for data modeling, a time for AI and objective decision making, but football is still a game dealing with people, personalities, and getting the right group together. That is 11 on each side of the ball, 11 on special teams, 53 guys ready to go, a coaching staff, support staff, and of course, included in all that is a scouting staff. Scouts matter. Here on Scouting the League, we will always shed light on good scouts and franchises that are doing it the right way. I truly hope through this process that becomes all 32 NFL franchises. We want good scouts. We want good teams. We want good football. Scouts are a big part of that. They are essential to having good football. If you agree, disagree, or just want to comment, you know where to find us at Right Step ADV or at Inside the League, or go ahead and give us a shout at pro_FB_insiders on X. See you tomorrow. And in the meantime, keep scouting.